Today we're at Sports Central to help you guys determine how to do your remote measurements. So remote measurements are for anybody that's interested in our program to get sports equipment that's more than an hour and a half away. The way this process works is you will take measurements at home of your children, you will submit those here to Sports Central, and then we will ship the equipment to you via one of our transportation partners. It's important that you try your best to get these measurements correct, as we will be deciding the equipment based on these measurements. The first thing you want to fill out is the name of your child. So today here we have Ray Hockey. Next thing you want to do is you want to fill out the age. Age 17. Next, the gender. You got male, female, or other. We're going to select male for today. Next, the shooting preference. So this is the preference of which way you want to hold the stick when you have it on the ice. It is not dependent on whether you're left-handed or right-handed. It depends on how you naturally hold the stick. Typically, the rule of thumb is if you're right-handed, you will actually shoot left. And if you're left-handed, you will typically shoot right. Ray, which way do you shoot? Left or right?
I shoot left.
Left. Awesome. And the best way to try this is if you have a stick, whether it's a hockey stick or even a broom, get them to hold it as if they're going to play hockey. One hand up top, one hand up bottom, and see which way feels more natural. It should be pretty quick and easy to figure that one out. Next, we're going to do the nose height. So when you're doing measurements, the best thing to do is you're going to want two different types of tape measure. You're going to want a soft tape measure. This is going to be used for the arms and the chest and the head circumference. And you're going to use a hard tape measure for the height and some other different measurements. So for nose height, we're going to measure from the ground right up to Ray's nose here. So we're looking at about 90, oh no, hold on. We're looking at 67 inches here, and that's what we're going to write down. The other measurement we're going to need is we're going to need his height. So we're going to measure again from the floor. Can you step on that? We're going to measure from the floor to the top of his head standing straight. You want to make sure the head isn't tilted up or tilted down, but it's nice and level. And we're getting 73 here. So the other way to measure is you can measure with your back up against a wall. You'll pull your measuring tape out, you're going to grab a book or something flat, and you can measure their height. So here we're getting 73. Again, 73 for height. If we line it up roughly with the nose, we're getting 67 for the nose. Next measurement we're going to do is we're going to do the inseam. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a book or something flat again, and we're going to put it right in between your legs. Here, hold it and put it right in between your legs. And we're going to measure from the ground to the top of the book. So here we're getting 33. Okay. Now we're going to use our soft measuring tape to take a measurement of the elbow length. So from the elbow length, we want to make sure we're getting from the middle of the forearm to the middle of the bicep here. And make sure you're contouring the elbow here, so you go straight out, kind of middle, up, into about here. So here we're getting 11 inches. Next, we're going to do the glove measurement, the hand measurement. You want to go from the tip of the middle finger right to the base of the palm. So here we're getting 8 inches. Next, we're going to measure the shin length. You're going to want to sit down for this, and we're going to measure from the top of the ankle bone to the middle of the kneecap. So here we'll be getting 17 inches. Next, we're going to get the neck circumference. So all you're going to do is you're going to go around the neck. You don't want to choke. You kind of want it to sit kind of right along the collarbone there, a little loose, and measure it from the back here, just like that. Next, we're going to do the chest circumference. So you're going to want to put up your arms. Yeah, stick your arms out. You're going to want to measure right around the chest underneath the armpits. Here we're getting 35 inches. Next, we're going to measure the hip, and we want to measure it from the widest part of the hip. So we're just going to wrap around. Perfect. And we're going to find the widest part on the hip, and that's the measurement we're going to take. Perfect. Lastly, we're going to take a measurement of the head, and this is for the hockey helmet. What you want to do is you want to make sure you get the forehead right above the ears, wrapping all the way around. And here we get 23. Awesome. Now that we have our measurements, we're also going to take some tracings. We're going to take a hand tracing and a foot tracing to ensure that the measurements that we've received are going to be correct. Perfect. We will start with the hand tracing. This one's pretty easy. What we're going to do is we're going to have our kid here, Ray, put out his hand, and then we're going to just trace it on the sheet of paper the best that we can. Put your hand there. Make sure when you're tracing, you try and get as close as you can to the base of the hand. There. Perfect. Next, we're gonna do the foot tracing. You wanna make sure you're not wearing any shoes and that you got your socks on. Pop off your shoe. Perfect. It is okay if this is a little bit bigger than the sheet of paper. Just try your best to line up the heel as you can to the bottom end. Perfect. Pop your foot on there. We're actually gonna here. And maybe we'll just take the clipboard out. Perfect, roll back. There, perfect. And then all you're gonna do is you're gonna just trace the foot all the way around. Perfect. Just like that. Now that we've got all your measurements, you'll have to email these in to our staff here at Sports Central. Then we'll take these measurements and we'll grab you the sports equipment that best matches this. Once we've got assembled and we've got a tracking number and everything, we will ship it out to you. Any order will take up to about a week to 1 to 2 weeks to get together for you and shipped. The sooner you get it, the earlier you'll get your equipment.